Hello, I'm Hannah.
I'm Ant.
And this is Art in the Corridor. We are Aunt Hannah and Mabel the pup. We live and work from our 50-foot narrowboat, the Corridor. Come and join us as we attempt to navigate the English canals and the world as full-time artists. Here we go. Good morning everybody. We are now in our mooring for winter. Little bit earlier than planned, but you know, c'est la vie. And I've been tasked with sweeping the chimney today. I think I did actually sweep it at the end of winter, but then we ended up having all of that ice and snow in the spring. So it needs doing. I've just had a shower, which was probably a silly idea because I'm going to have another one because it's a right messy old job. Mabel's gone out with Anthony because pups and sweeping chimneys don't mix. She's a good girl, but she'll just want to join in. So yeah, we better get this day started and I better get this chimney swept before they get back.
There's the view from my window and the one in my head.
Well, I started, so this is what I'm working with. I think we need a new chimney.
For love is my dear, and I hardly know myself, yet I know you much less. And the beating and beating goes on in my chest, and it only keeps going as the thought of you going is keeping me needing to keep you instead.
People generally use gloves, but I just like to just get stuck in. It's more productive. I think I'm nearly there.
Between us again, and I wish I was braver and really less old and much more sexy and brazen and bold. But I guess all that quiet.
Swept out, best I can do. Baffle plates all clear. Need some new fire brick, but jobs are good. Better go and get washed. Morning, Mabel. It's not really morning, is it? It's lunchtime now. Oh, look at that. So that's the print you've made this week, mate.
Yes. I don't like it.
What a surprise.
No, I do like it. It just didn't go to plan.
It's a nice print, but it's not what you were hoping for.
No, so this was the sketch, and I really like the sketch. And this happens a lot where the sketches look lovely.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I love them just as pencil.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So that was that sketch. I've done two on this page. And this was another version.
I love that. I like it just as pencil.
Yeah, so they do look really... I like them like that. But then obviously when you start adding colour...
Changes.
It doesn't always go to plan. So, you know, that's done and I'm happy with it, but it's not...
What you were hoping for.
What I set out to do.
You wanted more light, was that? Am I right?
Yeah, I haven't got enough light on the people. But, so we haven't even filmed the process for that one this week.
No.
But I've sort of set myself a little challenge now, I think.
Ah.
Because I didn't know what to do today. I've got my sketchbook and I've got all these sketches from previous pictures that you've probably seen. And these are some older sketchbooks. So
all the tracings.
These are the bits of the tracings that I then put onto the There's the Hope one. And all that sort of stuff. See, I've got a few sketchbooks here. This is a really old one. Look, that's the first bendy boat.
Oh yeah, look at that little funny sketch.
I think what I'm going to do...
Wait, go slow, I want to see.
Some little pictures. I think I'm going to find one of my older pictures and I'm going to make a black and white version of it, just because it's not as labour intensive.
See how it comes out like that.
See how it comes out, yeah. So that's my plan, I think.
I'd love to see you do just a pencil drawing, or maybe with like a fine liner.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really nice. Oh, look at that. You made that one, didn't you?
I did. But again, the print version of it, I didn't actually like it very much.
There's something really cool about sketchbooks.
Yeah.
They're like
Oh look, here's a Mabel.
memories. Yeah. Okay, so that's the challenge.
That's the
I like
challenge.
that. I like that idea.
Make a black and white of one of these.
So I also had a bit of a disaster. I sketched what I thought was a really nice sketch, and then I started painting it. It was all going really well, and then I don't know what happened, but it just went totally wrong. And with watercolour, you can't like cover anything. You can't keep going over and over. So yeah, it went wrong. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll try and use like some collage. So I started sticking bits of paper and maybe it'll add a different element and cover my mistake. But that didn't work either, so it actually went in the bin, didn't it?
It did, and you was quite furious when you threw it in the bin.
I had a bit of rage.
Yeah, I've never seen you chuck something in the bin so fast.
I don't think I've ever chucked one in the bin.
No, it's a shame when that happens.
Yeah.
Because I've done it before, right? And it's just in the moment you just think, oh, it's all going wrong, and it sort of gets away from you a
I
bit.
spent ages drawing a lovely big red bike.
I thought there was nothing wrong with it, to be honest.
No, it went totally wrong.
Yeah.
And even it gone so wrong that the texture of the paper had gone bad.
Yeah.
So, and then I found an old painting which was also a reject, and thought I'd just try and do something with that.
Yeah, you spruced that one up and it looks lovely.
Well, I just ended up doing something completely different.
Well, let's have a look.
But it's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Storage.
Yeah. So, yeah.
See, I really like that. I like the way you've done the water. It's really bold. And you've got the birds, that big murmuration and stuff. I really like that.
Well, it's a bit more interesting than it was, but I wouldn't have this on the wall. It's a bit garish.
No, bold's good.
But I think it'd be nice on cards.
Yeah.
Like on a little card. Because it has got that boldness. Because what I tend to find is when I get stuff scanned or printed for cards, it seems to get washed out.
Yeah.
But so at least this has got a bit more boldness. It might come out a bit better.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to fit that on the scanner, are we?
Possibly not.
And the company that I used to use, an independent company for cards, have shut down, which is sad.
I know, it's just the state of the country at the moment, isn't it?
But we'll see what we can do, eh?
Yep.
Right, come on then.
So this was a print I made last year or the year before. I can't quite remember, but it was really popular and it sold out really quick. And I still actually get messages about this, asking if I can redo it. And obviously you can't just redo them because they're a reduction print, so there's nothing left on the piece of lino. But this was the original tracing from the sketchbook. So I'm now putting that back onto a piece of lino. And I think that we're just going to try and do like a black and white version of this that could be reprinted. So that's the plan. We'll see how it works out. And yeah, here we go. Picture onto this piece of lino and gone over it with my biro, and then I've tried something I haven't done before. I've got some watercolour, just a black watercolour, and I've gone over my piece of lino and then just wiped it so it's a bit darker than usual, and hopefully that means that because it's going to be black and white, when I just start cutting the white stuff out, hopefully it'll give me a rough idea of what I'm getting on with.
Off.
Yeah.
Are you confident?
Yeah, I think it looked alright.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, quite happy with that.
Like that. Looks good, mate.
One thing I would say,
Yeah.
because there's so many waves cut and the boat's the same colour as the waves,
Yeah.
it looks like it needs a bit of separation. So I'll show you a little trick.
Okay. You don't usually do this, do you? Well, that makes such a big difference, just inking in those bits.
There you go.
Oh, that's fantastic. What a difference it makes.
Yeah. So now there's a bit of a separation between the waves and the boat.
But you don't usually do that, do you?
I don't usually know, but I thought that as I was cutting it, I thought I'd probably gone a bit too far.
It works really well.
Thanks. Come on, slow coach.
I'm aching. It's been a couple of days now since we've been in our winter mooring. As I said earlier, it's a bit early to come in. We usually come in a bit later, but what I do like about having a winter mooring is that other than, you know, you have the luxury of being plugged in and not having to worry about power, having water, so you've constantly got water, you don't have to move for it. It's the having a bit more space. So you feel like you've got a bit more space to move. We're surrounded by fields, plenty of space for Mabel to go and run around and for us to stretch our legs. And with that being said, we are going to go for a right good run around, a walk with Mabel and have a bit of a move. So it's time for Artist of the Week, and this week we are incredibly lucky to have an amazing artist called Lisa Lennon. Her work is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much like really, really good.
This is going to blow your mind. We won't go into too much detail. We're going to leave it to Lisa to explain, and we will put all the links up for you. Enjoy. Over to you, Lisa Lennon.
Hello, my name is Lisa. I'm a full-time artist living on my narrowboat called the Odin's Raven. I was born and raised on the Isle of Man, and in that time it was very important as part of our young education to have a heavy dose of myth, legend, folklore and magic. This was imbued into me and never really left me. I started drawing and painting at a very young age and was influenced by my grandfather, who was a farmer but also a painter. I've been making art pretty much most of my life, and I've dabbled in lots of different areas, but I've finally, in the last, I would say, 10 or so years, settled on painting. There just seems to be so many endless possibilities. My work is mainly classically based. I'm very much interested in the Renaissance, medieval art, pre-Raphaelite art, and I express that in my own way. I guess you could term my style now as magical realism, as it does have that classical style, but I cannot help but put in that background that I have from the Isle of Man. I always seem to want to add magic or symbolism or something like that. I put a lot of hours into work and I'm never really satisfied. Even as I'm finishing one, I'm already thinking about the next one. I also do portraiture of people and animals, and I also do wildlife paintings as well, but mainly birds. I work in a small room on the back of my boat, which was originally a bedroom. I kind of threw it together, and I only have a desk and a chair in there at the moment, but it seems to suffice with the watercolour. But now I feel like I need to go back to doing oil painting again, so I'm going to have to work on the room in order to achieve that. So that's my next goal, organise the room so I can do larger oil paintings. I sell my work through my website and also on a platform called Art Finder, and sometimes I get commissions because of the little posters that are in the window of my boat. I also have a YouTube channel which I've just started called Lisa Lennon Art. I like to record all the paintings that I do in time-lapse, so I'm slowly uploading them, and they should all be up in a week or so. You can also find me at Lisa Lennon Art on Instagram. And finally, I'd like to thank Art in the Corridor for showcasing me. Thanks, guys.
Well, I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it for today. This is the worst bit now,
Cleaning up.
especially on a boat.
And Mabel's ready to go out.
Yeah, I can hear
She's
her
down there
whinging.
whinging. It's actually really warm. So that's a wrap.
Yeah, thank you all for watching.
Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time. Alright, Mabes? We know it's walk time. See you later.